Football. Some play it like soldiers, some like machines, but a rare few, they play it like artists. Where others see grass and white lines, they see canvas and possibility. Their every touch is a brushstroke, every movement a verse, every goal a signature written in motion. These are the players who turned chaos into calm, pressure into poetry. When the world screamed faster, stronger, they whispered, "Watch this." Because elegance isn't about power, it's about control, about rhythm, about knowing that the most dangerous weapon in football is composure. They didn't chase the ball, they seduced it. They didn't sprint, they glided. And when they played, time itself seemed to slow down just to admire them. So tonight, we're not counting goals or trophies. We're counting moments that made football beautiful. Moments when power bowed down to grace. These are the 10 most elegant players ever to touch a ball. From Italian poets to Brazilian magicians, from calm assassins to dancing kings, each one different, each one unforgettable. So sit back, because what you're about to witness isn't football, it's art, alive, breathing, eternal. Number 10, Francesco Totti, the Roman emperor who ruled his city not with armies, but with elegance. For 25 years, the Stadio Olimpico was his kingdom, and every Sunday he gave his people art disguised as football. The no-look passes, the chipped finishes, the smile that said, "I already knew that would happen." Watch this chip against Sampdoria. No power, no panic, just instinct, calm and cruel. While others would blast the ball, Totti chose finesse. A soft kiss over the keeper, landing like silk on water. He didn't run for the ball ran for him. That's elegance. He didn't chase chaos, he orchestrated it. Totti had a vision of the game that belonged to another era. He saw passes no one else saw. He played like he had a secret map of the pitch in his head, and when he delivered those long, floating assists, it felt like he was painting invisible lines across Rome's night sky. He wasn't just a footballer, he was a philosopher in boots, a loyalist who rejected riches to stay with his people, a captain who understood that beauty matters as much as victory. Francesco Totti, an artist who refused to leave his gallery, Rome's eternal number 10. Number 9, Juan Román Riquelme, football's slow-motion genius. In an age obsessed with speed, he had the audacity to pause. While others sprinted, he strolled. While defenders panicked, he breathed. Riquelme's game was a paradox. Stillness that created motion. Simplicity that destroyed complexity. He didn't need to run because the game bent to his rhythm. His first touch spoke louder than others' entire careers. Every pass was a sentence of poetry. Every pause, a drum roll before beauty. At Villarreal, he turned a small Spanish club into a European fairy tale. At Boca Juniors, he became a religion. And for Argentina, he was the heartbeat, the man who could stop a storm with a single touch. Riquelme didn't just play football, he edited it. He cut out the noise, the unnecessary, the chaos, and what was left was pure, distilled elegance. He once said, "Football is played with the brain," and when you watched him, you believed it, because his calm wasn't laziness, it was mastery. Juan Román Riquelme, proof that true elegance doesn't rush, it waits, and when it moves, it's unstoppable. Number 8, Dimitar Berbatov, the man who made laziness look like luxury. When he played, it wasn't effort, it was expression. First touch like velvet, balance like ballet. Berbatov moved as if gravity itself worked for him. Defenders sprinted, he floated. Where others panicked, he smirked. He didn't need 10 touches, he needed one, and that one was enough to make the crowd gasp. Whether it was cushioning a 40-yard pass or pirouetting in a crowded box, he played like time slowed down for his approval. At Tottenham, at Manchester United, he didn't chase goals, he curated them. Remember that flick, that spin, that pass that split defenders like a scalpel? That wasn't coincidence, that was calculation. Berbatov's elegance came from control. He was never rushed, never rattled. Even when chaos surrounded him, he moved like a man who already knew the ending. Critics called him lazy, fans called him a genius, because while others worked hard to impress, Berbatov just existed, and it was enough. Dimitar Berbatov, proof that elegance isn't speed or sweat, it's silence that leaves the world speechless. Number 7, Kaka, the angel of football, a man who played with the grace of a saint and the stride of a storm. When you watched him glide across the pitch, it felt like watching wind turn into rhythm, fluid, untouchable, divine. There was something different about him, something pure. Kaka didn't play to destroy, he played to enlighten. In his prime at AC Milan, he didn't just run, he floated. long strides devouring space, defenders falling like dominoes in slow motion. His dribble wasn't chaotic, it was orchestrated, every touch in perfect harmony with his next. Watch that run against Manchester United in 2007. Two defenders collide into each other, left confused, chasing a ghost that had already vanished. That was Kaka, speed and serenity woven into one motion. But beneath the elegance was steel. He played through pain, through pressure, through a football world becoming obsessed with numbers and ego. Yet Kaka stayed loyal to beauty. He wasn't chasing attention, he was chasing truth in motion. He never needed stepovers or theatrics. His elegance came from efficiency, from the ability to sprint at full speed and still look like he was walking on air. Even his celebrations were humble. No shouting, no pointing, just a hand raised to the sky. At Milan, he became the world's best. At Real Madrid, he fought injuries that tried to dim his light. But even when the body failed, the elegance never did. You could see it in a single touch, a single glide, a single moment that whispered, "I'm still here." Kaka was proof that football can be spiritual, that movement can be prayer. He didn't just score goals, he reminded the world that beauty has power, the kind of power that doesn't fade. Kaka, grace, in motion. He ran like lightning, but touched the ball like heaven. Number 6, Thierry Henry, the man who turned the penalty box into a runway. Everything about Henry screamed precision. The way he moved, the way he finished, the way he celebrated, it was all effortless. He didn't just score goals, he crafted them. Watch him at Arsenal in the early 2000s. Every game felt like art in motion. A first touch to control, a second to destroy. That trademark curl into the far corner. It wasn't power, it was poetry. The defender knew what was coming, the goalkeeper knew what was coming, and still, there was nothing anyone could do. Henry's elegance wasn't soft, it was lethal. He didn't rush. He waited for the perfect moment, then struck like a sniper. One run, one glance, one touch, and the ball would glide home, kissing the net like it belonged there. He made football look like ballet, every movement rehearsed, every angle perfect. Even his arrogance had grace. When he glided past defenders, chin up, eyes scanning like a king surveying his kingdom, you knew you were watching something extraordinary. At Arsenal, he became legend. The Invincibles era was his stage, and he performed like a man rewriting the rules of cool. At Barcelona, he proved his class wasn't bound by leagues or languages. He adapted, evolved, and still, the style remained untouched. Henry didn't need drama. His calm was his weapon. His swagger wasn't performance, it was assurance. He didn't just know he was better, he made you feel it. That celebration, arms stretched wide, face calm, eyes steady. It wasn't showmanship, it was statement. I came, I saw, I curved it into the top corner. Thierry Henry wasn't just elegant, he was precision made beautiful, speed dressed as serenity, a reminder that sometimes the deadliest players are the quietest. Number 5, Roberto Baggio, the divine ponytail. He carried both heaven and heartbreak in his boots. There was beauty in everything he did, even in the moments that broke him. Baggio didn't dribble, he danced. Every touch was feather light, every movement deliberate. Watching him was like watching a poet recite verses no one else could write. His body moved with such grace that defenders often froze, not out of fear, but admiration. He had an aura, a melancholy elegance. Maybe it was the sadness in his eyes, or the serenity in his smile. Maybe it was knowing that he was both blessed and cursed, to be a genius in a game that often forgot its artists. 1994, the World Cup final. The penalty flies over the bar, a nation in silence, and yet no one remembers him as a failure, because that miss didn't erase his art, it made it human. Baggio's free kicks curled like prayers, his passes were sonnets, his dribbles, short stories that left defenders spellbound. For Juventus, Milan, Fiorentina, he brought the same calm brilliance. He didn't scream for attention, he earned it through moments that lingered in memory long after the ball stopped rolling. There was tragedy in his beauty, but that's what made him immortal. Elegance isn't about perfection, it's about grace in imperfection. And Baggio mastered that. He showed that football's most beautiful moments often come from pain, because the greatest art always does. Roberto Baggio, the divine ponytail, the man who turned heartbreak into harmony. By the way, if you're enjoying this story, please help us by liking this video now and subscribing to this channel. Doing so truly helps us grow here on YouTube. Plus, it also encourages us to do more football stories like this one. Now, back to the video. Number 4. Dennis Bergkamp, the artist who sculpted time. You can't talk about elegance without whispering his name. He didn't just control the ball, he controlled gravity. Every first touch was a masterpiece. Every movement, choreographed perfection. That goal against Newcastle, the flick, the spin, the finish. People still argue how he did it, instinct or intention. But with Bergkamp, you knew better. It was never luck. It was design. He was calm in the middle of chaos, cold in the heat of battle. They called him the Iceman, but his football burned with precision and artistry. Bergkamp played the game like he was watching it from above. He didn't chase space, he created it. He didn't panic, he paused time. 1 touch, 2 touches, goal. It was mechanical perfection wrapped in human elegance. At Arsenal, he changed how football looked. He wasn't a showman, he was a craftsman. Every pass and flick was intentional, every goal sculpted like marble. He once said, "I love the ball to be happy," and when he played, you could see it, the ball was happy, because in his care, it was treated like art. Dennis Bergkamp, cold mind, warm touch, an engineer of beauty. Number 3. Andrea Pirlo, the man who played football like a slow-burning cigar. While others gasped for air, he exhaled brilliance. He didn't run the game, he conducted it. Every pass, every flick, every touch, carefully measured, delivered with grace. They called him the maestro, and rightfully so, because Pirlo didn't play in minutes or meters, he played in moments. He could stand still in the middle of chaos, and yet somehow everything moved to his rhythm. That long pass, lofted, curling, spinning, landing perfectly on a teammate's boot from 50 yards away. That wasn't vision, that was telepathy. His free kicks, pure sorcery. The ball would rise, pause mid-air, and dip into the corner like it had fallen in love with the goal. He was elegance distilled, no shouting, no rushing, no panic, just calm destruction. At AC Milan, he redefined control. At Juventus, he weaponized wisdom. And for Italy, he delivered moments of serenity amid the storms of war. World Cup 2006, Euro 2012, Champions League nights. Pirlo made you believe that calm could conquer chaos. He once said, "Football is played with the head, your feet are just the tools." And when you watched him, you saw what he meant. His game was a meditation, a slow dance with destiny. Andrea Pirlo, proof that real power is silent, that real beauty doesn't shout, it hums. He didn't play football, he composed it, and every note still echoes today. Number 2, Ronaldinho, the smiling magician who turned stadiums into carnivals. There was something spiritual about the way he played, the way the ball clung to his feet like it was in love, the way defenders tripped over their pride, chasing shadows that danced to samba rhythms. Ronaldinho's elegance wasn't calm, it was chaos made graceful, a storm that smiled. He didn't glide quietly, he laughed as he destroyed you. That elastico, so fast, so fluid, it felt illegal. That no-look pass, arrogant, beautiful, pure joy. He didn't just trick defenders, he toyed with them, and yet no one hated him for it, because when he played, even pain looked like fun. At Barcelona, he was a god. The Camp Nou became his stage, and every match felt like a festival. Even Real Madrid fans stood to applaud him, a moment that transcended rivalry, because what he gave football was bigger than competition. It was happiness. He brought the street to the stadium, the freedom of Brazil's favelas to Europe's biggest arenas. Every flick, every smile, every dance was rebellion against the coldness of modern football. Ronaldinho didn't just remind us what football could be, he reminded us why we loved it in the first place. He was proof that elegance isn't just about control, it's about joy, and when he smiled, the whole world smiled back. Ronaldinho, the man who made happiness look like art. Number 1, Zinedine Zidane, the definition of grace under fire. He didn't sprint, he glided, he didn't shout, he whispered, and when he moved, the game obeyed. Zidane's elegance wasn't decoration, it was domination. Every touch was an argument for perfection, every turn, a reminder that football could be divine. Watch him at his best, the Marseille turn, the feints, the stillness before the storm. He had this unexplainable control over time. When others rushed, he slowed it. When others panicked, he created. The 2002 Champions League final, left foot volley into the heavens. That wasn't a goal, that was destiny captured on camera. World Cup 1998, he carried a nation on his head, literally. Euro 2000, pure theatre. But even his flaws were beautiful. The headbutt in 2006, rage wrapped in tragedy. The perfect ending for a man whose entire career danced between poetry and violence. Zidane's magic wasn't in the tricks, it was in the intention. He didn't need noise, he needed silence. Because when he played, even silence applauded. He was calm and chaos, ice and fire. The kind of player who made you hold your breath because you knew something eternal was about to happen. Zinedine Zidane, the final brushstroke in football's greatest painting. These 10 didn't just win matches, they won hearts. They showed that football, at its purest, isn't about strength or statistics. It's about rhythm, about control, about the rare ability to make the impossible look effortless. Elegance isn't something you learn, it's something you feel. And every one of these players made the world feel something unforgettable. From Totti's loyalty to Zidane's perfection, from Berbatov's calm to Ronaldinho's smile, each left a fingerprint on the soul of football. So now it's your turn. Who's your number one? Who made you fall in love with the game all over again? Do you think we got this countdown wrong? Drop your top 10 list and legends in the comments below. Let's have these conversations. And if you've made it this far, I want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to you for watching and to everyone who has been supporting our channel from the very beginning. Honestly, we couldn't do this without you guys. If you're new here and haven't already done so, please help us out by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Doing so is the only way we can continue to grow here on YouTube. I genuinely need you guys. I love telling stories, and as a small channel, we're constantly learning from each video and always listening to your feedback so we can improve every time. And if you want more football stories, watch the video displayed on your screen right now. See you on the next one.